Hi, I'm Uncle Mike, and these are some of my favorite snacks.
Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
Cashews here. I have some Goldfish. I have some Boom Chicka popcorn. My favorite candy is Sour Patch Kids, the big head kind. Right. One of my favorite drinks is cream soda, and then I have caprese salad here, which is a little, I guess you could say, a little random with all the other things that are on the table, but I'll explain that as we go. All right, so again, these are just some of my favorites, not all, but these are kind of some go-tos that I like to have more often. This is like the caprese salad. So all that is really is just a tomato and mozzarella, and then you can put on whatever you want. I usually just put on salt and pepper, olive oil, and balsamic glaze. Really easy to make. Obviously, just slice the tomatoes up. You can kind of do it however you want. I just slice the tomatoes up, and then I put the mozzarella cheese, the already pre-cut sliced mozzarella. And 2 minutes total time to do it. So for me, it's a relatively healthy snack because tomatoes are pretty healthy for you. Mozzarella cheese is pretty low fat cheese, so it's out of all the cheeses, it's not too bad. So it's a little bit healthier option, if you will. So I would much prefer this over like chips or any kind of stuff like that any day. Well, yeah, and obviously the best part about making it is eating it, obviously. So.
Behind the scenes footage, guys.
Yeah, obviously that was a little weird, but for me, I take big bites. What can I say? That brings me to the next A&W cream soda. This is just something that when I was little, my dad used to drink it occasionally, not often. Like we didn't drink a ton of soda, so every once in a while, treat myself to a soda. I tend to try to stay away from sodas as much as possible. More water and maybe some juices, and occasionally sodas on the weekends. But when I do go to sodas, it's usually cream soda or grape soda. But I'm also a huge fan. I didn't have any with me or in the house today, but I usually love the ice drinks, the sparkling water, flavored water. Those are my favorites because there's 0 calories and minimal sugars in it. So that's not a bad alternative when you're kind of bored with just drinking water all the time. And so I'm moving on to my next snack item is the plant. It doesn't have to be Planters. Could be really any brand cashews, but cashews in general. Awesome snack. Pretty healthy, especially if it's unsalted, salted a little bit, sodium, but that's not too big a deal. I try to get these. It's kind of expensive, so like one of these is fairly expensive. I think these are like $11 or $12. So, this isn't like an everyday kind of thing, but go to a grocery store once a week, you get a can, it lasts you, it depends. Could last you a week, could last you a couple of days, depending how hungry I am. But healthier alternative to like, chips and stuff like that again. So love cashews, obviously. I always go with the whole ones instead of the halves. That's just my preference. I don't think it's really a big deal either way. These are the salted kind. So again, if I'm gonna go with it, I want to taste it. I don't want to just have like the plain unsalted kinds. Again, this is a big snack that my dad's always liked my whole life. So he kind of, again, your kind of kids usually follow what their parents do a lot of times. So I grew up, my dad always had peanuts, whether they were just the regular kind or cashews and stuff. So I just developed that. And anytime I'm with them, they usually have some in the house too. So I'll be able to get some there and then buy my own as well. So one of my favorite snacks. My next snack item is Goldfish. So for me, again, this just always was around when I was a kid. I'm a little older now, so I don't remember exactly when I first had them, but I've always liked Goldfish. We've always had them. I think my mom liked them, so they were always in the house when I was a kid. I like all the flavors. These are just the cheddar kind, but I like the pizza flavor. I like the Parmesan flavor, the pretzel, the original. I think it's for me, I think it's like $3 for this bag, which isn't bad. It lasts you a little while. So obviously, try not to eat the whole bag at one time, which it's easily done. But try to space it out a little bit. So it's not too bad price point wise. And obviously, like I said, it's pretty easy to eat though. It's almost like peanuts. All right. So moving on, we have popcorn, where this particular kind is Boom Chicka Pop, which is it's like gluten free and it's lower in calories, so it's a little on the healthier side. So for me in general, I try to eat as healthy as possible. Obviously, it's not insanely strict, but I try not to eat a ton of high caloric foods and fatty foods and things like that are quote unquote bad for you. I try to eat as clean as I can. But again, this is cheddar, so if you're seeing a trend here, I'm a big cheese fan as well. Really any kind of cheese for the most part, like mozzarella cheese, cheddar cheese, Goldfish, white cheddar popcorn. That's just kind of who doesn't like cheese really? Very versatile. So again, one of my other favorites to eat. And I don't feel as guilty because, like I said, it's lower calories and you don't feel as bad if you have like a little bowl of them once or twice a week, So my last snack that I have today is my guilty pleasure. It's Sour Patch Kids, the big head kind. I really like any of the Sour Patch Kids flavors. These are just the bigger ones. So instead of like the little smaller ones that pretty much everybody's seen or had, these are like the bigger ones. So for me, it's just you're just getting more of it, and it's the same price. So for me, it's a no-brainer. And they have different flavors on here that I really like. But these are harder to find. I don't know why, for whatever reason. You can't find these in as many stores as you can find the regular kind, the standard Sour Patch Kid, or even the Sour Patch Kid watermelon or the grape. Those are a lot more easily found than these, for whatever reason, I don't know. But there's a few stores that I know that always have them, so I always will go to those, obviously. And this is something I kind of like. I don't really eat during the week. I try to be pretty strict during the week, and then whatever kind of cheat snacks I will have, it'll be on the weekend. So I always look forward to the weekend, and I get a bag. I get a bag of these, and I'll have throughout the course of the weekend. So I look forward to that as kind of like rewarding myself or whatever for being pretty disciplined during the week. And so like I said, these are my favorite candies. You can't beat these ones. So I know you guys know me from the Fox Fan basketball community videos, so it might be a little weird to see me sitting here with a bunch of snacks. But for me, I don't really eat a ton of snacks in general. Like, I'm pretty health conscious just from my basketball background, my athletic background in general, playing professionally for a long time. What you put into your body was a huge part of the performance that you'd get as an athlete. So I was really conscious and pretty strict about eating healthy and avoiding things that kind of could hinder my performance. Since I retired from playing, obviously, I can be a little bit less strict with that. I still try to keep up on it and maintain, as healthy as I can be. But I try to stay away from a lot of processed sugars and foods that have a lot of high fats and saturated fats, trans fats like that. But, like they say, it's okay. Anything's okay pretty much for the most part in moderation. So these aren't things that I have every day or, 4 or 5 times a week. These are just things that I have, in the house from time to time. Or some of the things will be, more routinely and regularly. But it's just about the discipline of when you have them. So sometimes, I always have tomatoes in the house. I'll always have mozzarella. You know, so I figured, you know, sometimes that's just a healthy snack. That's not really a big deal. But as far as like your chips or your Goldfish or like Cheez-Its, you know, I didn't have the Cheez-Its in the video, but those are another one of my favorites as well. Again, cheddar cheese. You know, like I said, I'm a huge cheese guy, but you know, things like those, I don't eat as often. But you know, every once in a while, you treat yourself. It's not a big deal.
Treat yourself.
So again, like I said, these are some of my favorite snacks. Look forward to seeing you guys again in our Fox Fam Basketball Community video part 3, coming very soon. Looking forward to having that out to you guys as soon as possible. So in the meantime, like and subscribe this video and smack that notification bell, all right? We're out of here.